Hello all, here we go. So I was able to get in touch with Computerspace FPGA regarding his Monaco project with the Altera DE1 board, which you see below. And he was able to recreate Monaco GP and GP Pro on an FPGA, which basically mimics everything on those crazy Monaco boards that we have in our cabinets. He also has recently created a Monaco GP and GP Pro I/O board to mount on top of the Altera DE development board here. What is cool about this, obviously this is going to handle all our controls and audio and video coming out of the development board, which is this guy here. This is the I/O board, and it basically very similar to the idea of a Raspberry Pi. It just kind of plugs into the GPIO. Now you'll notice that this is populated. It came unpopulated. I had to purchase all the parts and populate the board. You'll see empty sockets, and those are used for GP Pro, which I do not have. But this board will support, by the looks of everything here, the gauges, which is really cool, and all the extra scoring that is available on the GP Pro, which I don't know too much about, honestly. I've never seen one in real life, just pictures. So essentially all your video connections are here: red, blue, green, and sync. You'll take those to your monitor, just simple phono to CGA plugs. This is your controls. That will be your steering, brake, shifting, and he's even included a start button. So you can add a start button easily to this harness. Right, what else do you need to know? Back here you can see it's a simple .100 plug, and so you can make your own harness from that and adapt it to your cabinet controls, and bam, all your controls are done. If I turn this around, you can see how the controls are laid out. Okay, those are trim pots for your color. That's included on there. I thought that was pretty cool. And let's see. Well, we can actually show this partially working. The only thing that isn't handled on the board here is audio amplification. So you will need to supply your own audio amp, which shouldn't be too hard. Oh yes, the scoring for the LED scoring. That'll be handled through these two IDE connections. We're going to have to take essentially an IDE connection and break it down to match the pinout for the LED board, which it will be my next test, because I happen to have a spare one right here that's been offered to me to test with. So that will be the next scenario, which will be adding the LED scoreboard. Once we have that, we're pretty much close to throw it in a cabinet and go. But let's turn this on, and as you can see, it's up on my LCD, and this is just a temporary test hookup using pin 1 of a VGA, and then tying pins 6 through 10 and or 5 through 10 all together. Yeah, 5 through 10 altogether for grounds, which gives us an image. Not great, not the quality that this is actually putting out, but at least it's a visual. See, we are passing video. And let's see if I can attempt to coin this up. I was successful earlier. I think it's here. Oh, maybe one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. It's coined up. It's cruising down the road. I really have no way to steer. But I can hear the sounds through the little headphone jack, which isn't crazy loud. But these are sampled sounds, I guess recorded from a friend of mine's actual Monaco GP, which is kind of cool. Don't know if they're even coming through, but we can take a look at that here. So this is kind of like a test scenario. So if it was actual gameplay and I was actually on the road, this counter here would actually probably work, I believe. But we're very close. Things left to do: integrate to, or find a way to interface, which shouldn't be too hard. It should be basically wire harness to the LED board. Add an amp for our audio, and plug it into the cabinet, and hopefully be playing Monaco GP on the FPGA. So there you go. Hopefully I'll have some more info soon. See ya.